Hey there, we have like eons of stories to tell, so if you want to follow us along on this journey and keep up with all the stories that we have putting out, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hope you enjoy. Thank you. Hey, what is up everybody? Chad here, and today we are going to be continuing with World War She-Hulk. Okay, so like last we left off with World War She-Hulk, she had just been taken by the Winter Guard, and they basically like brainwashed her and basically took her over pretty much. So she's basically one of them. They basically control her, do whatever they want to do, and basically they have like this target that they're trying to have killed, and they're gonna use her to try to do it. So she came out of the Red Room, and she she beat up the Avengers, the Winter Guard, all that stuff. She's just like fighting anybody, and she like left, right? So basically where she went to this bar, right? And they have Gorilla Man in this bar. He's just basically talking about how he's immortal, how talking about how it sucks to be immortal and stuff like that. And basically how the guys there, they have like this reputation of just like killing anybody, for anything, So he's basically there talking about, okay, yeah, like this is where you go to die, right? Like, go ahead and kill me, because he's tired of being immortal. Like he doesn't, he thought that he wanted it when he first became Gorilla Man, but now he didn't really want to be immortal no more. And like while they're like getting ready to go and kill this guy, She-Hulk comes busting through the door. She just like walks straight through the door, just like doesn't punch her or nothing. She just like walks straight through it, and she goes and picks up Gorilla Man by the face, right? And all these guys at the bar, right, they're basically like trying to saying that they're gonna be the ones to kill Gorilla Man. She's just like, nope, blast every single one of them and just leaves. She blasts all of them, sets the building on fire, all that stuff, and just walks out. She goes, slams Gorilla Man up to the wall, and like while she's like getting ready to pummel this guy, he just like starts like talking about, okay, this ain't you, like you're just doing whatever the Winter Guard wants you to do, right? Stuff like that, because she's brainwashed right now. She doesn't know what she's doing, and he's basically like saying like, okay, yeah, like Hulks, they smash stuff, yeah, but this ain't what you want to do, Gene, stuff like that. And like it basically like gets to her, right? She starts she gets like this little headache, whatever, and like basically Gorilla Man can like see that she's like basically what they did to her, they had like the vampires go and suck her blood, so it'd be easier for basically to condition her pretty much, so she's like basically it seems like she's like back in her like normal faculties, like she's not just going crazy again. So she goes and she like jumps away, right? And like as soon as we do that, we cut to Chernobyl. So this is where the vampires live, right? So basically we have Blade at Chernobyl. He's an Avenger now, and basically like he's looking around, like everything's messed up, like all the vampires are dead, the building is like trash, like fire everywhere, like whatever. Like basically he's talking to Black Panther, and Black Panther's like asking him like what's going on. Blade's just like, yeah, okay, yeah, this was a Hulk attack, right? Like she basically came here and murdered every single one of these guys, stuff like that. So with that happening, we see where She-Hulk and Gorilla Man went to, right? So She-Hulk and Gorilla Man, right? They're in the Atlantic Ocean. They're in the Atlantic Ocean, and they're in this like little rowboat, and they see like this huge wreck, right? These boats, they're all just like they're torched, like all of them just crushed. So they basically like talking. And Gorilla Man is trying to like tell her not to do whatever she's getting ready to do, like saying stuff like that, basically saying how the Atlanteans, they're basically like they're gonna kill her, if she goes down there, she goes in the water, right? And like soon as she does that, all the Atlanteans, they just jump up and start fighting Gorilla Man. The Gorilla Man, he's tough though. He's able to like fight all these guys off. But like while he's doing that, we get the cut to this picture. Every single Atlantean that ran up on She-Hulk got murdered. All of them are dead. Like literally, like everything under the surface of the water is just red. It's basically the Red Sea. Like it's like she's just going through taking all of them. She's having arms, legs. She's having whatever she wants. They literally have no chance to stop her right now, even in the water. So Gorilla Man, he finally fights off all these Atlanteans, and basically Jen, like she comes back up, she's just like looking at him, and like he realizes what's about to happen, and he's like basically trying to convince her not to, basically saying that it's basically the Winter Guard, stuff like that, trying to basically like brainwash her to do whatever she's doing. And we basically find out that what she's actually there for is a target. She has a target from the Winter Guard to kill Namor the Submariner. Now this right here is actually a decoy, because like while she's getting ready to go and fight Namor the Submariner, the Winter Guard, you know, Red Widow, they actually have this gamma bomb that they're gonna explode explode in Atlantis. So they're basically gonna basically like just wipe out all the Atlanteans. Like their target isn't just Namor the Submariner. They're trying to get rid of every single Atlantean there, because that gamma bomb is gonna like destroy everything. Like every single one of them guys, one of those guys are gonna just be gone. So from there we see Namor, you know, he's basically like in the middle of in like this insurrection, like his followers, well, his people, they're basically trying to like overthrow him pretty much, you know, basically talking about how his all of his plans are just like failing and stuff like that. Basically, you know, they're trying to get rid of him, you know, they want a new king pretty much. And you know, Namor, he's just like, okay, I've done way more than enough for this people, right? You know, stuff like that, talking about all the wars he's fought, all that kind of stuff. And while he's doing that, She-Hulk lands in the middle of the lands in the middle of the stadium, and they just go fighting. They just go at it as soon as they get there. So while that's going on, Red Widow, she gets ran up on by some Atlanteans, and she just goes incapacitates all of them. Like she knocks all those guys out real quick, and they get back to trying to move this gamma bomb into place, right? So while that's happening, Gorilla Man, he comes down into the water and just like, you know, he starts trying to like, you know, stop whatever they had going on, right? So She-Hulk and Namor, you know, they're still fighting or whatever. They're just like throwing hands, and like this entire time while they're doing that, Black Panther, he's just like talking, you know, he's giving like this little monologue, right? But that's not necessarily like important right now. But like basically they're fighting, and like Red Widow and Gorilla Man, like their fight is over with. She actually ends up knocking out Gorilla Man, and while that's happening, She-Hulk, she actually like, you know, she like snaps back into place, right? She snaps back into place, and like she actually tells Namor, you know, to get his people out of there pretty much, you know. And she calls all the Avengers. She's like, Avengers assemble. She calls every single one of these guys. As soon as she jumps away and says that, the Atlanteans. Okay, look, this this part is so good. Okay, so all right, I'm just, you know, I'm gonna just get to it. All right, so the Atlanteans, right? You know, they're just sitting there. They're sitting there, right? They're just like, okay, but is she crazy? You know, stuff like that. You know, they start like talking about this like little rumbling that they hear, right? And like one of them, they're just like, oh, well, I mean, I've heard that before. I've heard that rumbling. I know what that is. That I've heard that like on the surface, but I don't think that ever like happened down here, right? That's never happened here. I've never heard this before. And like soon as they're like, okay, well, what is it? And they're just like, oh, that's thunder. And you see Thor just come down into the water and just shock everything. Like Thor has the best interests in comics. Like it is ridiculous how cool his interests are. Like that's just like one of the like trademarks of him. Like that's just something that he's always like known for. And basically with that going on, you get Thor there, Ghost Rider, Hulk, She-Hulk, she's still in there fighting everybody. But She-Hulk, she goes straight for Red Widow. She's just like, you know, she's trying to take out Red Widow, because Red Widow is like the leader here. Like she's the one that running the show pretty much. So what she does is, Red Widow, like she gets like this little vial of Hulk blood, right? And she like injects herself with it. She injects herself with it so she can just like actually be on even footing with the She-Hulk. But she isn't on even footing with the She-Hulk. Like She-Hulk is like crazy powerful right now. So they get to fighting. Now while they're fighting, Chernobog and Perun, both of those like the gods, like the Slavic gods, they run up on Thor. So Thor, he goes into battle with them. Ghost Rider, he's underwater with his hell charge. You know, he's down there like, you know, he's basically trying to get the people out of there pretty much to protect the Atlanteans. She-Hulk and Red Widow, they still fight, and like She-Hulk, she ends up like incapacitating Red Widow, right? And while that's going on, you know, Red Widow, she just like starts laughing while She-Hulk's pummeling her, right? And like She-Hulk, she's like, oh, what is that? And like she turns around, the gamma bomb is about to explode. She has to go and like try to get the gamma bomb out of there. But with that being said, and if you enjoyed the story, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one.